Hey everyone, so I've posted my GoFundMe link and I'm starting early. I'm asking people to share it for me and to pass it on. You never know who has $20 spare that they can send to me. You can donate anonymously. You don't have to put your name if you don't want. And GoFundMe does take a percentage of it, but I get the bulk of it. I'm doing it this way because not everybody wants to donate through PayPal or something like that. And the economy is not good in Canada. You can see what the politicians are saying and what people are saying. America's still got the biggest economy and the strongest one. So I am applying through agencies there as well for executive assistant roles. And I'm very highly qualified. I'm also lucky that I do have priests that started out as friends with me, who are now in the Jesuits in Canada, in South Africa, in England. So I'm sure they're also putting my name out for work. And I have two Jesuit brothers now. I have my cousin, Ricardo, and I have Isaac. And I don't call them father. I'm sorry, but I don't. It's like if they had to call me Sister Belinda. It's like, oh no, thank you. So Ricardo is still just Ricky to me, and Isaac is still just Isaac to me. And so they are also looking for me. I've also told them that I can't get into teaching in the Catholic education system here. So they're going to keep me in mind because they are in Africa. And well, Ricky is not there yet. He's studying in America, but once he goes back, he'll see what he can do. I would love to go back to Zimbabwe and teach in the schools there because I've got all the tools, I've got all the skills. It would be perfect for me. Unfortunately, now with this war and the fuel shortages and all that, it would be very hard. I did contact Peterhouse. I like the school because it's isolated and it has nice grounds around it. That's something I would enjoy, to be surrounded by that African bush and nature and wildlife. But let's see. I mean, I never thought I would come to Canada and be absolutely penniless, especially not after working hard and, you put your life into your work, and then when the cutbacks come, when the company makes a mistake, then you lose your job. Because my job loss was not my fault. Teleperformance had problems with the IT. They couldn't fix my ID to work, so I got laid off. And then they lost clients. And then after a year, they contacted me to say they're sorry, but they lost my file and they just found it. So I'm like, okay, just find me a job. I'm looking and I'm applying elsewhere as well. But they've reinstated my file now, so I'm hoping they find something for me quickly. And it's not a good position for me to be in. I mean, I take it one day at a time. I don't let it stress me out too much. Otherwise, I'll be 6 feet under before I know it. But yeah, I just need to make sure I have a day shift because I do take medication for my hypertension now. And cholesterol, that runs in the family. Everybody I know in my family's got cholesterol. So, you can manage your diet, you can do everything right, but some of it is hereditary. And I'm just grateful, I'm thankful they found my file. It's just ridiculous. After a year, they found my file, and even my managers were trying to find out what was happening, and they couldn't open the tickets because my file had been put on a hold in the system. So when they tried to open a ticket, it wasn't registering because the IT didn't recognize that the layoff was temporary, and it didn't reinstate me so that it alerted them that, hey, you have to find Belinda a job or you have to contact her. So anyway, I'm applying for part-time jobs as well, and I'm applying for permanent jobs too. So wherever I can get a job, obviously I'm going to take it and go. And the thing is with Zimbabwe, I've got the life skills. That's what it is. I know how to organize things. I know how to get things done. So over here, they don't use my skills. That's the problem. And it's just like it's a pain in the neck. So anyway, let's see what happens. But I mean, I'm just grateful they found my file, and I'm grateful that they're looking for me, because at least it's more people looking for me. And also with Ricky and Isaac, I know that I can get some support there. And yeah, I mean, things change. The men I knew who were friends with me, they're now priests, so they've moved on with their life. I don't hear from any of them that often. When I have a crisis like this, I do reach out to them. I tell them what's happening so that they know, in case they hear of opportunities or they have suggestions or they have something that they can help me with. But I mean, their lives are committed to the Lord, so it's a different relationship now. But I dated some of them, I was close to some of them, and they've moved on, and I've moved on. I even stayed when Peter Knox came here to Ottawa. I went and I spent a week with him at the Jesuit house. I stayed there with him. So I'm very close to them, and I'm grateful that they are helping me from there, and they're doing whatever they can. But yeah, this is not the life I wanted. It's the exact opposite of the life I wanted. And if there's any way I can have that lifestyle that I want, I'm going to take it. Other people in my family don't want that lifestyle. Even my cousins and all of them, they don't want it. I want it. I want those big cars, those muscle cars, the Chevrolet and all that. I want those things. I liked it. I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed going to the Indian club with my grandfather. I enjoyed playing tennis with them. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I liked organizing all the black tie events at Trinity House. I loved it. I loved everything. I loved the wildlife. Not to say that it's a bad life here. It's not. But I mean, the wildlife is different. Have you seen those wildcats and the wolves? And the animals, have you seen what they look like? The eagles are huge. When you see them here, they can carry a person off. They're huge. Well, I saw one in the park here when I went walking with my neighbor. They're big predators. So anyway, that's, I just have to do everything I can, and I'm going to post that link every day. I've developed a strategy. And I'm going to keep asking. I mean, if 20 people give $20, that will cover my rent. And then I can ask for extra, because I applied for Ontario Works. So the social workers are working on my case. I've got support through the Career Foundation. So I'm doing everything I can to get a job. And it's not to say that those jobs are not out there, paying $150,000 to $200,000. Of course they are, but it's a matter of somebody getting that resume in front of the right person who's going to give you that opportunity. That's what it is. And I'm not applying to the Jesuits anymore, because I applied to them from the time I came to Canada. So I'm not applying to them anymore. I'm not applying to EY anymore, because the whole point of EY was to develop something for Wits, and that didn't work. So, I mean, if I get a job with EY in Africa, then yeah, I'll take it and go if they relocate me. With any of the banks, if they relocate me and they pay for my relocation package, then yeah, I can go. But I don't have any money to relocate myself or do any of that. I live from day to day. It's like the Our Father, right? You pray, give us this day our daily bread. That's how I live. Because I don't have a dime to my name. Nothing. And I never had that stability I wanted. I never had my own family. I never got any of the things I wanted. And I didn't even get Bono's support. He's also another one. I told him he must stop telling people that he loves me, because he doesn't do anything for me. So yeah, I just hope things fall into place for me, because things are very, very hard for people in Canada. I mean, this year I haven't had to use the food banks with my mom. But in previous years I have. And in previous years, whenever they used to get food from their church, from the food bank, then they would share it with me. But the problem is that that food sometimes is not fresh. So you get the food and then you open it. It looks nice from the outside, but then inside the things are rotten. And it's not always fresh. The same thing happens at the store. You bring apples home and you cut them and it looks nice outside, but inside the thing is rotten. So, people who have land are a little more fortunate because they can grow their own food, like vegetables and things like that. But yeah, I told people a long time ago, like, if I had gotten that opportunity to go back to Peterborough or to go to any of those schools in Zim and help, I would have gone. I mean, now it's not good because of this war. Things are very, very bad, and I mean, things are hard here as well. We don't even have stockpiles for our fuel, for petrol. We don't have. So, I just hope that somebody comes through for me soon with a job, because I do follow up. I call all the agencies. I follow up on my applications. This past week, I had interviews almost every day with recruiters. So I hope something comes up, but I'm also looking out for myself, because sometimes when they send me an interview to come to, before I used to go, even if it used to take me like 2 hours to get there, I used to go. One time I went, and then the guy told me that, oh, you're going to sit here by yourself. I'm just starting up and there's nobody here, so I'm not comfortable hiring you. So I was like, yeah, I'm not comfortable being here either. But he should have thought about that before he made me travel 2 hours to come to the interview. And then even downtown, I check the places out, because sometimes when they put the address, they want you to see. And if it doesn't look safe or it doesn't look like it's secure, I just tell them I'm not interested. Because sometimes you go to these places and then you find it's like just really, really unsafe. Not that there's anywhere safe in Toronto anymore. And even the police carrying guns and all that, it's very weird. It's very weird. That's all I can say. They never used to have to carry guns. They carry guns now in the street, on the subway cars and all that. They carry guns. It's very scary. Very scary. Never used to be like this. Anyway, if you see my link, if you can share it, please share it. If you can't, donate. If you know anyone that has $20, if they can donate, that will help me. And if I can get $25 from people, if I can get $25 from 20 people, that will cover all my expenses. I don't spend anything on entertaining or anything like that. I don't even order movies. I wait, like the movies I'm watching now, they came out like many years ago, like Imitation Game and all that, because I wait until they come free. But the Elvis movie I had to go and see. I went to see that. I paid for that. Other than that, I have no life. I have no life here. I don't do anything. I just sit at home and apply for jobs. I upgrade my skills. So it's not the life I envision for myself. I had a much better quality of life in Africa. I had my friends. I went out. I enjoyed myself. So what kind of life is this? Anyway, that's how it goes. The grass is not always greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. That's what I say. And it's the truth. The grass is greener where you water it.